training hall to remember all this, because they need to follow. Well, they are strongly encouraged to follow. Okay, although it's not compulsory, every day, there will be drilled into his mind that you should try your level best, because if you don't follow, you need to explain why. Okay. So audit committee report to who?
Board of Director.
Board of directors, so I already told you the cycle. So auditor, external auditor report to shareholder, internal auditor report to audit committee report to the board of directors. Okay. Now auditor general audits who? Maybank. A, telecoms. B, C, customs department. C, D, post office Malaysia. D, E, Bousted Holding Berhad. Auditor general audits Maybank, or telecoms, or customs office, or post office Malaysia, or Bousted Malaysia Holding.
Bousted.
Actually, Bousted is listed company. Bousted is listed.
Listed company, yes.
Yeah. So only Maybank also listed company, what?
I think all is listed company, right? Maybank, Post Malaysia, what is it like that? Posted?
Custom office.
Oh, custom office, yes, custom office. Okay.
So answer is custom office lah, right? But that is only one. If you read the newspaper, actually 1MDB was a gray area, In fact, the Auditor General want to go in to audit 1MDB, because 1MDB is supposed to be a private company. Don't know whether it's government link or not. But our ex-Prime Minister actually issued a letter to stop it and exempt 1MDB from audit by the Auditor General. So should the Auditor General be happy? I think Auditor General should be happy, right? No need to get involved in the very controversial issue. Because you get in there, you may end up like the other guy, what's his name? One of the prosecutor end up in the bottom of the river in the concrete.
Kevin Moraes, Kevin Moraes, right?
Yeah, not a good way to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Auditor General should be very happy that he's not involved in that case. I'm not saying that it happened, but coincidence. Okay. Okay, external auditors are more important than internal auditors. True or false?
False.
If it's not false, then answer is correct, right? So actually, the three
Actually,
possible answer is correct, false. Both are important. Both are important.
well, both also important
Both are equally
because of
important.
external can get information also from the internal auditor, right?
Yes, correct. They work together. In fact, the external auditor will call up the internal auditor and say, "Hey, do you have anything to tell me or not? Let's work together." It's a normal part of the external audit. They rely on the work of the internal auditor. But when you talk to the internal auditor, it feels that this guy is not really independent, too friendly with the CEO, then the external auditor may place less reliance on the internal auditor's work. Yeah. Last time I was doing my work, I had lunch over with the external auditor. So this external auditor tell me he doesn't want to kacau me. So that means maybe he does not trust our work, but he doesn't want to say so. So he say that, we will like just remain status quo. We just look at your report, that's it. He doesn't want to get involved by looking too detailed at the internal audit. This is on a friendly basis, friendly basis. And I prefer it this way, because otherwise I'll be audited by the external auditor, right? Okay. External audits are conducted by A, audit committee, B, executive director, C, external auditor, D, internal auditor, E, all of the above. External audits are conducted by the external auditor, right? External auditor. And the most important role of external auditors in corporate governance should be to protect interests of shareholders. I think we already did this, huh? Yes, we did this. Okay, so this is some examples of the questions that are commonly asked lah. The question tend to repeat itself. So I think if you go through that list that I gave you on that pembentangan, and make sure you know how many best practices, go and count properly, right? You should be okay. The essay question is 4 hours, of which some of you have already done in your assignment. It's a kill two birds with one stone. I think the quiz, you can borrow quite a lot of it to answer the questions on the essay type. So you got any other questions to ask? So assignments, I think most of you handed out, except for a few stragglers. So for those stragglers who have not handed it in, try to do it. But you must do it actually by next week and send it in to me in the Microsoft Words. Now I was thinking that maybe we can sign off earlier today, and on Thursday, maybe on a voluntary basis, if you want, I can send a link. Maybe you want to discuss further on your assignments that you may have problem, or the exam coming up. You have some question to ask. On Thursday, if I have something on at about 8:30 p.m., any of you interested in joining for half an hour or so? Say yes if yes, or no if no. Thursday is a good day, about 8:30 for half an hour.
For what, sir? Sorry, again?
I was thinking maybe on the Thursday, on a voluntary basis, I'll send up a link. You all can log in. We have a discussion. You may have some question to ask on the exam, or some of you may have problem with your assignment, or your hand up, want to discuss, yeah, or your pembentangan, or you finish, that kind of thing. You want to join, you can log in on Thursday about 8:30. We have a short discussion meeting lah. You got any question to ask?
8:30 p.m., right? You mean?
8:30 is a good time? Or you're already asleep, is it? Sudah tidur.
No lah. Takut baru balik dari
Oh,
office.
just come back only. Or 9 o'clock lah.
No.
Maybe 9 o'clock. You want to have a short discussion also can. Thursday or Friday is fine. Either one, or both days also, if you want to ask any questions.
Yeah, and one more thing, sir. For the
Yeah.
carry grade,
Carry
normally
grade,
when you will share to us.
I need collected today. Try to figure out who has sent in and who has not sent in. I try to get in next week lah.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So if you'd like to join on Thursday about 9.
It should be okay for me, but the others I don't know.
So I will have maybe one on Thursday 9. I will send off the link lah. You're joining, can join in half an hour in a short one lah. Just want to ask any questions that you're not sure of, and then maybe Friday I'll click. I will share the message and the time on the WhatsApp lah, for those who want to join voluntary.
Yes.
Basically, those who have a problem want to discuss easier if you do it online lah. But night evening lah, short time only, 9:30, that kind of thing. The exam is only what, 1 week away, 2 weeks.
2 weeks away.
Not much time. But more or less you narrow down, you know what to expect. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of but you're lucky because your assignment also overlap, so you can use some of that to answer the question. So more or less you narrow down, it's going to be thermodynamic, it's going
But
to
actually,
be
we also don't know our assignment we did correct or
actually there's no really correct or wrong
correct.
answer. Is a lot of it is your thinking, is more educational as well, make you think, because a lot of you have never seen heard of such cases, but now you know that there are hundreds of billions of dollars involved. Actually, Malaysia fraud is only a very small part. Is the Western country fraud that boggles your mind. Is really huge amount. Fraud, it occurs regularly. Recently, there's another one, FTX, another one by was done by a very young man, 30 years old, 30 something years old, and few hundred billion he siphoned out, but he was arrested and found guilty recently only. And then who was caught in the scandal is Temasek Singapore was also cheated by him. So quite embarrassing. A company like investment company GLC Singapore, Temasek is actually a victim also of a fraud. That's why fraud cases everywhere lah. Be careful lah. You can get cheated quite easily. Yeah. So this course also make you aware of the liabilities you guys can face, the time bomb that you guys can face from your work. Yeah. Because your boss can send you something that's very attractive and then you fall into the trap, like the WorldCom case. You saw the interview, right? This poor fellow went to jail for 1 year. Actually, he say he's actually doing something that he thought was right. The boss told him, so he just followed instructions. But no excuse, still kena 1 year jail. But his boss kena fire 5 times more. So it can happen to anybody. Sometimes I see the newspaper, I see a young guy in handcuff. I think maybe he's not the culprit. Maybe the boss is the culprit. Yeah. Okay, so if you all don't have any question, maybe we close off earlier and then let you all go and do your revision. Yeah. Your revision and go through what we have discussed just now. I will post this video link maybe tomorrow lah, when it gets uploaded. You can look through that the questions. The questions you more or less know the few questions. I suggest you all maybe go and click on the annual report, Bright Packaging or your company that you know. Look at the statement of internal control. Look through it, and look through the corporate governance statement. Look through it, and then you can use that for your answer. Yeah.
It means in all the annual report, every company got that statement of internal control.
Yes. Wajib, compulsory.
Okay, understand.
Compulsory. If you don't have that, you get fined by Bursa. And then if you put a wrong misleading statement, you can be charged in the court for misleading information under the Capital Market Service Act. So in US, the section called 404 is to do with this statement. In Chinese, 404 means die and die. This statement, if the audit and fine is not true, the director and the auditor can be jailed for many years. Yeah, in America, but in Malaysia is a fine. You can get fined. Yeah, so not so serious, but still there's a compulsion to make sure that the directors do a proper job in terms of putting up this statement in the annual report. So I suggest you all go and click on it now, have a look at it for the next 20 minutes or so, and familiarize yourself with this. And then I will send out a link on the Thursday or Friday. We'll meet again for those who want to join, maybe to discuss this a bit further on the how to tackle these exam questions. So the 4-hour exam question is basically what they call that open book lah, open book. So you can have a look at it, get your materials ready, get 2 computers, open up all the things, and when you answer, please answer in Microsoft Words, and send to me at the same email, auditingclass@gmail.com, in Microsoft Words, Microsoft Words, don't PDF it, okay? Now, any other further questions before we sign off for the day?
One more question. Is Security Commission memang boleh datang anytime to the company untuk buat audit ke ataupun macam mana? If there is ataupun kalau dia terima any report saja.
Yes, they can come in. They have the power to come into your seize book and investigate. So can the income tax department. Income tax department can just crash into your house in the morning with this thing to cut your lock and come in. They have the power, very powerful. So I think income tax can go into your house, but Securities Commission certainly can come to your office and take away books just like they did for Server Dynamic. Server Dynamic, you remember the chairman was very angry because the Securities Commission came in and break the door and came out and seized 30 boxes SE and took away because of the report by KPMG that came in. They didn't need a search warrant, right? Because they have the power to come in. And yes, they can come in and take the books. But normally SC is quite educated people. They're not like quite rough. They are qualified lawyers, that kind of thing. So if you ever have to be charged by SC, you won't get bashed up. But I cannot guarantee you if the police come. Police come, Bukit Aman come, they lock you up. You don't know what happened inside there. But SC is very professional. Companies Commission also quite professional. Income tax a bit rough, but I think basically they have power to take away your books and seize things, and you need to give them answers. Yeah, these are a different type of auditors. Auditors. So SC auditors can come. Yes, they will. But first they give you the card.
They,
They have a card, authorization card, and then
they're more to like forensic auditor, right?
Yeah, they
okay.
can for it. Yeah, like the one that investigated the internal auditor, the insider trading, my case one, where they go. I'm sure they would have crashed into their offices and took away the computer or the handphone. That's how they found out, right? It's from the computer. They take the computer. They do forensic on the computer. They do forensic on the handphone. They can find the phone call. They can relate the phone call. One phone call to another phone call. They find that, okay, from the record of the phone company, Mr. X make phone call to Mr. Y. They can see the phone call. Then after that, shortly, Mr. Y make phone call to a stockbroking firm. They can see the link already, right? So the information is already established. But maybe for criminal case, they need more information. They need to have a tape recording, but they don't have. So in this case, they would have approached the culprit and tell him, hey, I got this information. You want to talk or not? So the other guy is very scared already, So he don't want to avoid going to court because publicity very bad. So because of that, they say, okay, let's settle, right? Let's settle. So they pay the fine. So you got commercial settlement, right? Or you got compound, and then you got criminal action. Which one you prefer? Of course, I prefer commercial settlement, but commercial settlement means you pay, you have to pay money. So to answer Nora's question, yes, they can come in. Yep.
Okay, all right.
Why?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Why you all got a visit from them, is it?
No.
Or expecting a visit? Expecting a visit.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So they are very powerful. In America, same. In Singapore, same. They all got the power to come in because this is for they're the corporate policemen. Corporate policemen. Yeah. But you should be happy they're there to protect your interests. They're there to protect your interests. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if you've got any question, also you can WhatsApp. No problem. Or you can what do you call that? Thursday or Friday, we'll get together for half an hour and further discuss. So in the meantime, go and open up your annual report, go and select one copy, go through the annual report, you find a lot of information. In fact, if you go to the website of the company in Busa, you find that they have a CG statement also. Every year they declare a corporate governance statement on the state of compliance. They actually put down there what they didn't comply.
CG.
Yeah,
Mean CG document is corporate governance lah. Pernah nampak dekat dalam tu tapi tak go into it lah. Okay, alright.
You can click and open and see what they comply and what they didn't comply. Some of them will give you the reason why they don't comply, and they give their own timeline when they will comply. Yeah. So all these are what you're studying now is actually not theoretical. It's actually been done in the marketplace already. Right. So imagine you have a director. The director have to attend the same course like you're attending but for them it's compulsory Okay. Okay. If there's no further question, we will sign up. So you have a remainder weekend. Have the remainder of good weekend looking at the annual report before you go shopping
Okay.
Okay. All right. So so have a good weekend. I will sign off. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So Thursday or Friday, I will put in the WhatsApp. Okay. You guys want to.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Do that.